Problem 12 on our review. If you're dealt 2 cards successively without replacement from a standard deck of 52 playing cards, find the probability the first card is a 2 and the second card is a 10. So this is successive events. That means multiplication rule. Just to review, the probability that A and B occur in succession is the probability that A occurs times the probability that B occurs given A has already occurred. So we know when we're drawing cards, normally we draw, if we're drawing 2 cards, we draw one, hold it in our hand, and draw a second card. Those are dependent events because when we draw that second card, we have 1 fewer cards in the deck. So the fact that the first event happened changes the probability of the second event because the deck has been reduced by 1. Now, the way that statistics books usually deal with this, if they want you to do independent events, they'll say with replacement, meaning you would draw a card, note what that card is, shuffle it back in the deck, and draw a second card. That way you would have 52 cards both times. All depends on what the problem asks for, so just be careful. This one says without replacement, which is the way we play most times. So these are dependent events, and you'll see what I'm talking about. We want to know the first card is a 2 and the second card is a 10. So the probability of drawing a 2 and then a 10. That's going to be the probability of drawing a 2 times the probability of drawing a 10, given that a 2 was already taken out of the deck. So the probability of drawing a 2, we know the event drawing a 2, there are 4 outcomes in that event. Let me draw my little lines in here. Not as straight as I would like, but I meant well. And there are 4 2s in the deck. There are 52 cards in the deck. So the probability of the 2, which is this first one here, is 4 over 52. Now the probability of drawing a 2, given that, the probability of drawing a 10, given that a 2 is already drawn, a little bit different. There are 4 10s in the deck, so the numerator, the number of outcomes in the event draw a 10 is still 4, but the number of outcomes in the sample space has been reduced by 1 because we already took a 2 out of the deck. So there are 51 cards left in the deck. So that's going to be 16 over 52 times 51, 2652. And as a decimal, that's going to be 16 divided by 2652, 0.006. So you are, it's not a high probability event, is it? That's less than 1% chance that you'll draw a 10 and a 2 successively from a deck of cards.